Gas up the Jeep, it's good to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles. The highway is long, the wheels turning round. Pack up the cook stove and the bowls. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I are on the road.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rattletrap Record Review. This is a series of videos that I'm going to make where I'm going to discuss all of my favorite record albums while I'm driving around in my junky old Jeep. Now, I'm not going to review these in any particular order. I'm just going to grab a record from time to time and I'm just going to drive around and talk about it. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, today's record is Paradise and Lunch by Cooder, one of my favorite albums. Cooder has been around forever. He started out playing with the likes of Captain Beefheart and the Rolling Stones, but in the early 70s he went solo and he started putting out a series of, I don't know what you would call it. It was Americana way before there was a word for Americana. He's kind of a treasure seeker, kind of digging up all of these classic songs and then kind of putting a modern twist to them. Well, sometimes. This one, Paradise Lunch, was his fourth album, and I think by far his best, and at least my favorite. Although I love pretty much every single album he's put out. I don't think he's ever put out an album that wasn't great. But what's great about this one, and what I really love about kind of the older album, vinyl album format, is that you're limited to 30 to 40 minutes. And I really enjoy the short journey that he takes you on this album, from Tamp You Up Salad all the way to Diddy Wah Diddy. You feel like you're in another place and another time. Now, I found this album, I was probably around 17, 18 years old. This came out in 1974, and I found this sometime in the early 80s. And I was going through, you know, like we always did back in the day. We didn't have the internet. I was going through my Rolling Stone record review book and reading through there, and they spoke highly of this album. So I went to my local record store and I picked it up right away. Now, apart from taking you on a short little journey, it's just such a great mixture of all kinds of different genres. Rye does everything from jazz to gospel to old-time blues to country to even Tex-Mex. He's most famous for being the kind of mastermind behind the whole Buena Vista Social Club album and movie, where he talks about where he presents those old Cuban musicians. Fabulous record, fabulous album. But long before that, one of the things that I personally like about his albums is there's a lot of humor involved. I think there's a lot of humor in his song choices and his delivery, the way that he sings these. Although a lot of them are kind of old-timey songs, he kind of brings them up to date. Well, up to date in a 70s way, with great musicians and like I said, a little bit of humor, which is a lot of fun, and it's great to listen to. A lot of these songs you may or may not be familiar with, songs by Washington Phillips or even Burt Bacharach, but Rye, every single song, he makes it his own, so it's really fun to listen to it, because you never know, even though you're reading the titles on the album, of really what you're in store for. And really, that humor really comes through in the album cover, the choice of picture that he uses for the album cover here. He's got that kind of like what the heck kind of look on his face, which is pretty funny, and it really kind of speaks to what is inside and what the album sounds like. So if you're looking for something different and you're looking for Americana way before it became the sort of manufactured kind of Americana that we have today. This is what I call the real Americana. And if you like that sort of music, I highly recommend this one. Cooder, Paradise and Lunch. One of my favorite albums. Alright, well, that's the first installment of my Rattletrap record review. I hope you like it, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye-bye.